Hello everyone, this is Pritika Patel working as an assistant professor in computer engineering department of Mahatma Gandhi Institute of Technical Education and Research Center Navsari. Today in this session we are going to discuss about Q, which is the topic of subject data structure of second year third semester. Now coming to the point, Q, a list in which insertion is performed at one end and deletion is performed at other end is called queue. Simply, queue is a linear data structure in which insertion is performed at one end and deletion is performed at another end. The information in such a list is processed FIFO, first in, first out, or FCFS, first come, first serve manner. Means NQ is operated in such a way that first in first out or first come first serve. Now here one queue is there. Now insertion is always done at rear, so 10 is inserted in queue, then 8 is inserted in queue, then 5 is inserted in queue, then 80 is inserted in queue, then 50 is inserted in queue, then 100 is inserted in queue. Now queue is full, so deletion is performed from front. So 10 is deleted from here, then 8 is deleted from queue, then 5 is deleted from queue, then 80 is deleted from queue, then 50 is deleted from queue, and last 100 is deleted from queue. So now queue is empty. So basically front is the end of queue. From that deletion is to be performed. So this is the front and deletion operation is performed from front in queue. And rear is the end of queue at which new element is to be inserted. So this is the rear and new element is inserted from rear in queue. So insertion operation is called NQ and deletion operation is called DQ. Now this is the algorithm of insert element in queue, that is NQ. This procedure insert Y at rear end of queue. Q is represented by vector Q that contain n elements. F is pointer to the front element of Q and R is pointer to the rear element of Q. Now first step is check for queue overflow. We have to insert element into queue. So first of all, we check that our queue is full. For that, if r is greater than equal to n, here r is our rear pointer and n is number of element that contain in queue. Our rear is pointed for insert the element. So rear is pointed greater than equal to n. That means our queue is full, and queue is full, then we cannot insert any element in queue. So the condition for queue overflow is r greater than equal to n. Then write queue overflow and return from this step. Step number second, increment rear pointer. Now suppose our queue is not overflow, then we have to insert element into queue by incrementing rear pointer. So r plus 1 is equal to r. That means our rear is incremented by 1. Next step is insert element. Now we have to insert the element y. So y is inserted at the position of q of r. Means when our rear is pointed, that is the position when we insert element y. Last step is front pointer properly set? If f is equal to 0, then front is equal to 1 and return from this step. Now see the tracing of insertion algorithm for Q for n is equal to 3. Initially, front and rear is equal to 0 and n is equal to 3. So f is equal to 0, that is front is 0, and r is equal to 0, that is our rear is equal to 0. Now in Q, insert y is equal to 5. So our rear is pointed at position 1, that is 5 is inserted in Q. So same way front is pointed at position 1. So now front and rear become 1. Now insert y is equal to 20. So rear become 2. So 20 is inserted into Q and rear is pointed at 20. Now y is equal to 80. So 80 is inserted into Q. So r is become 3. So rear pointed at position 3 where 80 is inserted. Now in Q, if you want to insert y is equal to 3, then Q is overflow because the size of Q is equal to 3. Now this is the algorithm to delete element from Q, that is DQ. This function delete and return an element from front end of the Q. Q is represented by a vector Q containing n elements. F is pointer to the front element of Q. R is pointer to the rear element of Q. Now first step is check for Q underflow. If Q is underflow, then we can't delete any element from Q. So first of all we have to check if there is no element in Q, then we can't delete any element. So first of all we have to check underflow condition. If f is equal to 0, that means our front is equal to at 0 position, then write Q underflow and it returns 0. Here 0 denotes that our Q is empty. Second step is delete element. Here we can delete the element at the position of Q of F. That means when our front is pointed, that is the position from where we can delete element Y. Step number 3 is Q empty? If F is equal to R, then front and rear both are 0. Then our Q is empty. Otherwise, F is incremented by plus 1. So our front is incremented by plus 1. So F plus 1 is stored into the F. Step number 4 is return element. Return Y, that means here returning the element which we have deleted, that is the element Y. So the algorithm return Y, that means algorithm return the element which we have deleted. Now tracing of this algorithm, that is DQ. Our algorithm is this. Now first case is case number 1, front is equal to 0 and rear is equal to 0. That means our Q underflow, or we can say that our Q is empty. Then case number 2, F is equal to 3 and R is equal to 3. That means front and rear both are pointed at the position 3. Now we can delete the element from front. So here 50 is deleted. So front and rear both become 0 because there is only one element in which we have deleted. Now case number 3, front is equal to 1 and rear is equal to 3. That means F is pointed at first position and R is pointed at third position. Now we know that we have to delete the element. So from front we can delete the element 5. So our front is pointed at position number 2 and rear is pointed at position number 3. So F is equal to 2 and R is equal to 3. So this is the tracing of the algorithm. Now this is the example of queue insert and delete. Perform following operation on queue with size 4 and row queue after each operation. Insert A, insert B, insert C, delete A, delete B, delete D, insert E. Initially queue is empty. So our front and rear both are 0. Now insert A. So insertion is performed from rear. So rear is pointed at position 1. So R is equal to 1 and A is inserted into Q. Now our front is also pointed at position 1. So F is equal to 1. Now insert B. So our rear is pointed at position number 2 and B is inserted at position number 2. So R is equal to 2 and F is equal to 1. Now insert C. So our rear is pointed at position number 3 and C is inserted into Q. So R is equal to 3 and F is equal to 1. Now delete A. Now we can delete element from front. So now F is pointed at position number B and A is deleted. So now R is equal to 3 and F is equal to 2. Now delete B. So again deletion operation is performed from front. So our front is pointed at position number 3 where our rear is pointed. So R and F both become 3. Now insert D. We can insert element from rear. So our rear pointed at position number 4 and D is inserted at that position. So R is equal to 4 and F is equal to 3. Now insert D. We can insert element from rear, but our rear is pointed at position number 4. So this is the size of Q. So we can't insert element into simple Q because size of Q is equal to 4 and R is greater than equal to N, then Q is overflow. So here in this Q, two spaces are there, but we can't element E is inserted in this position because always we can insert element from rear and our rear is pointed at the end of Q, that is the R is equal to 4. So this is the memory wastage problem, or we can say that this is the drawback of simple queue, and we can overcome this problem by using circular queue. Thank you.